We will continue with our policy recommendations, but with this video, we will be suggesting few strategies, few technicalities to the madrasa administration officials as well. So the number one recommendation is religious clerics and madrasa authorities should be sensitized to follow positive modernizing reforms from the government side. Now, what does that basically mean? It means that the administration within the madrasa also needs the training. Not necessarily just the teachers, but also the coordinators, also the supervisors. They need to be trained as well, and they need to have this sensitivity. They need to have this appreciation for the government reforms, for the improvement of the madrasa itself. And I think if we get to target that, we will be developing more capacity for the administrators to grow, and through the growth of the administration will develop more capacity for the madrasa to grow itself. The second recommendation is the madrasa curriculum needs to be reformed to highlight pluralistic traditions in Islam, particularly in dealing with differences of opinion between faith and traditions. Now, Islam is a very pluralistic religion. It is very welcoming towards the other religions for that matter. We understand that there is a lot of respect any Muslim needs to give to the people of other religions as well. That's what the spirit of Islam is. And I think if that's what the spirit of Islam, it needs to be practiced and it needs to be taught precisely and very carefully in the madrasas as well. So the curriculum should be developed and designed in a way that it gets the pluralistic nature of Islam across to the students. And students, through multiple opportunities and activities, gets to develop the sense of respect, the sense of love and care for the difference of opinion within the Islam itself, and also for the other religions existing in Pakistan as well. The third recommendation is that the basic introduction and awareness about modern knowledge and disciplines should be imparted to madrasa students. As we know that the students graduating from madrasas need to be integrated, need to be made the contributing factors to the society. Knowing all that, we need to bring some important changes within the curriculum of madrasa as well. And when we talk about the curriculum changes, we really want the modern knowledge and disciplines being introduced at the elementary level of madrasas, and then they need to be continued so that students develop the interest not only in Islam but also in some of the worldly knowledges as well. The fourth recommendation is that the administration of Madaaris should exert utmost care about fund collecting or fund collection. They must focus on the Pakistani community and should not look towards foreign secret funding. So the administration, the external factors can be imposed to bring in the monitoring and accountability, especially when it comes to finances. But a true madrasa, the one which actually follows the true practices and preachings of Islam, would do the accountability itself as well. So there's got to be the internal accountability as well by each of the madrasa which exists out there. And for that, the administrators have a very crucial role to play. They need to make sure that all the fund collection which they get to do is as transparent as it gets. And they should open their doors and they should reach out to the Pakistani community, to the local community, to the regional community for the financial support, rather than going abroad and looking for the international players to fund them. Because whenever they will fund, they would have their particular agendas attached with it, which may not necessarily be in line, be in consistency with the national spirit or the national interest of Pakistan. The fifth recommendation is that the commonalities between various sects should be highlighted and the sectarian differences limited to only academic discourse. Now, it is really important that when we are discussing the different interpretations on Islam, when we are discussing the different sects in Islam, we find and we encourage and promote the commonalities. We encourage the overlapping areas, and we try to find the similarities and try to limit the differences as much as possible. Now, the awareness of differences is also important, but we need to keep that at the academic level and do not necessarily bring into the heated discussions. Moreover, they should be expressed in such a manner that controversies should not spread further. So again, the discussion on differences should be done in such a way that they do not get translated into hatred or into heated controversies for that matter. The sixth recommendation is that the Madaaris should concentrate on religious education. They should not allow jihadi commanders and politicians to interfere with their policies. The seventh recommendation is that there should be contacts among religious institutions or seminaries of different sects, and writing competitions, sports tournaments, or different cultural events, fun fairs must be arranged or must be held to inculcate the sense of sportsmanship. So different religions should have these inter-Madaaris competitions and inter-Madaaris tournaments among the students so that they come together and they develop the sense of love and care for each other.